Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So it's me again, with me, Faris Farisham from 12F2. And in this video, today, I want to talk about the four phases of Advanced Summary. It is about uh, the company that had that name 7-Eleven. It's it's so unique, right? Like 7 and 11 in one name. So I'm gonna talk about it now. And before that, I did you know there is a CEO has that has a unique 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 hobby. Okay, back in 2004, uh, there is a CEO of 7-Eleven who named James K. Jim Jim Hayes that when he was the boss of 7-Eleven, he built his own small plane high up in the sky just to clear his head. His head. That's the hobby of him. It's so unique, right? He 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 fly with plane to release his stress. And he said that when he was in the cockpit, he couldn't think about anything, which was a great break from his super busy job. At that time, he was trying to change everything about 7-Eleven, a company that had been around for 75 years and had over 25 25 to 20 2500 to 25,000 stores all over the world. Wow, it's so many. It's also super success store, right? Before chaos took over, 7-Eleven in America had a bit of a bad reputation. People thought the store had sticky floors and the people working there weren't weren't very nice, which was so bad uh, customer service. Most people just want there to buy gas, cigarettes, or beer. But KS wanted to, I don't know how to pronounce this KS, yeah, KS, I just can't say it. KS wanted to change that whole vibe. He looked at 7-Eleven in Japan and saw something totally different. Over there, the stores were so clean and sold really good fresh food like sushi. He wanted to bring that some success to the US with a plan he called the the retailer initiative. Okay, the main part of this plan the plan or the main part of the retailer initiative is was using technology to give power bags to the people working in the stores. And a lot of big companies a computer that at the head office at the head office decides what every store should sell. And KS wanted the opposite. He believed that the person working in the store knows the local customer best. He gave them tools so they could decide what to put on their shelves. And 7-Eleven spent over five $500 million to upgrade their tech. And now store managers can see exactly what is selling right now. But uh, the coolest part is they also use weather forecast. This is a huge for convenience store. If a manager sees it's going to be a really hot day tomorrow, they don't wait for anyone to tell them what to do. They just order more cold drinks and Slurpee mix right away. And if there is a big game nearby, they can decide to stock more beer and snacks for those fans. This lets 7-Eleven act like a small neighborhood shop, even though they are a giant company. Oh, it sounds interesting. And to make this speed work, KS had to fix how stuff was delivered. In the past, every vendor, like the brand guy or the soda guy, will drive their own truck to every store at random time. It was a mess. So mess. Parking the parking lots were always full of trucks and stores had to keep a lot of extra stuff in the back because they didn't know when the next delivery was coming because it was so random. Like even they don't know what time the truck will come in. And so AS built centers called CDCs, if I'm not mistaken. Now and because of that, now ven- vendors send their products to the CDC first. Then 7-Eleven packs everything onto one single truck that goes on to the local store. And because this keeps the food still fresh and lowers the cost. But giant companies like Coca-Cola and Sprite or something else and anything, they didn't want to use the system at first. They like having their own uh, their own trucks because they wanted to control where their products sat on the shelves. But Gaius had to fight these big brands to prove his way better for the customers. So what do people actually buy it? No, no. What I mean, I mean, so what actually people buy at 7-Eleven. In 2000, back in 2003, a lot of their money came from gas and cigarettes, but the biggest surprise at the time is coffee. Yes, in right now, coffee is so very popular, right? But at the time, the coffee was so unpopular and then become popular in 2003. And because of that, 7-Eleven sells about 30 million cups of coffee every single month. Wow, 30 millions of cups coffee every single month. The coffee is so popular at that time. And then there is the Slurpee, I don't know how to pronounce it, Slurpee, with over 11 million sold every month. Oh, that's too stuff. It's so popular and become the income from for 7-Eleven store. AS also wanted to make special products that you could only find it at 7-Eleven. Well, he so had many idea for for develop uh, his business at 7-Eleven. He make about 2,000 of these private label items every year. Some were really creative, like the Easy EZD, if I'm not mistaken. This was a DVD that would stop working 48 hours after you abandoned it. So you never had to worry about returning it to a rental store. Not everything worked, though. Not everything worked off. They tried to sell their own beer called uh, Santiago. Yeah, Santiago. But people didn't like the taste, and they had to stop selling it after 10 months. Yeah, his idea for make beer their own, it's it's not success because people didn't like. They also and they also added machines called fee-com that could could cash checks and pay bills for people who don't use banks. Well, at that time and in 2003, uh, the world is full of cash, but chaos had one step ahead, which he make machine called Ficom. And hmm, even even with all the cool tech like Ficoms, like what I said before, uh, the biggest problem was always on person, not not from tech, not from the policy and like of that kind of that. 7-Eleven has about uh, wait, had about 70 100 employees in in this business. The pay usually low, and people quit all the time. And KS wanted to change this. He didn't want to people just working pay for a for a paycheck for just for what is called salary. Yeah, he wanted them to feel like they were part of 7-Eleven, part of his business, and he started a foundation called Education. Education, it, no, no, Education Freedom to give scholarship and their kids to workers. Yeah, of course, to their workers. He wanted to show that working at 7-Eleven could be a way to reach the American dream. He also had some stress with the people who can, like who own the stores. They were worried that the new system were making them feel like employees instead of bosses. JS had to over New Deal to to split the profits to 50-50 to keep them happy. Oh, he's so like um, mengorbankan himself to for making people happy. As Jim Kayes looks out of his plane windows today, he still uh, he still like he sees a lot of blue sky, which means he sees a great future. But he also sees some clouds, which means challenges, or threats and kind of that. The company is growing fast, even opening store in China. The big lesson and what can we learn from this story is that even an old old brand has to be willing to change. You have to listen to the data. Trust your managers and never stop trying new things. You could you should to it to explore new things in this world because there is so many things that human may could not explore it. Whether it is a fresh cup of coffee or a high-tech DVD, the goal is always to make uh, the customer's life a little bit easier, make people happy, make this world happy, and everyone in this world is happy because of your business. I guess that is all I can say in this video. Uh, that's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jatuh cinta.